I'm Brandon Sendick, and
I'm Owen Quinlan.
we're here with the Teacher Spotlight on Mr. Rutz.
Time you're doing this, but I'm really liking what I do see. And so when you're doing your dimensions,
What do you like about Mr. Rutz?
I like how funny he is and how thorough he is, and he explains everything very well.
And Matt?
I like how he's intelligent and he's very helpful, and he also has a very luscious beard.
Nick, what do you think about Mr. Rutz?
Mr. Rutz is very kind and friendly, and he will help you with anything you need.
Logan, what do you like about Mr. Rutz?
He's very nice and funny.
What are you learning in his class right now?
We are learning how to draw shapes.
Maeve, what are you guys learning in Mr. Rutz's class?
We're learning about the difference between science and technology.
And Matt?
We're also learning about how to draw the 3D shapes.
Nick, what are you guys learning in Mr. Rutz's class?
In Mr. Rutz's class, we are learning about how to draw different 3D shapes.
Where are you from?
so I'm originally from Toms River, New Jersey, which is exit 89 off the Parkway.
Where did you go to college, and what is your educational background?
So I went to the College of New Jersey twice because I started off in business and found myself hating being behind a desk. So I went back to school to become a technology teacher, and that's where I went to the College of New Jersey again for my master's, and I have been teaching technology ever since.
What made you become a teacher?
Well, when I was working for different businesses, I didn't like being tied to a desk, and I found myself spending my free time either tinkering with things, building things, and all different types of aspects that are in technology education. So I became a teacher because not only do I get to teach the things I love, but I get to teach it to students who may have never considered it. And when you see things snap, it's inspirational to see that aha moment on a student's face when they start to play around with something for the first time.
What are your expectations, hopes, and goals for your students this year?
So for my students this year, my expectation is that you give a solid attempt at everything that we're learning about. The purpose of my class is to expose students to different areas of technology to see if you like it. So if you don't give it your best effort, you're not going to get the experience that I want you to get. Secondly, my hopes for my students is that, well, not only do they like what they're learning about and they want to pursue it further, but that they start thinking about the designed world and all the amazing technology that it's around us and how much effort was put into just making things. And then my goal by the end of my classes, I want my students to have made working prototypes that can move around with each other and also learn how to design in 3D and also through drafting.
What are your impressions of WMS and the students here?
Well, honestly, what more could a teacher ask for? I really feel like I'm a welcome part of our community with the teachers and being so sincere and caring towards their students. It shows in everything that they do. With my students, I really love the energy they bring, great senses of humor too. I've had some great laughs. And then there's a very high sense of professionalism with the work. I find that just students give their best efforts, and we learn and we can experience things really well because of the great attitudes that I see in my classroom.
Mr. Rutz, what are your interests and hobbies outside of school and or work?
So I think the first thing is that I spend a lot of time fixing and repairing my house. But as far as fun things, I originally was really into car audio installations and applications, but I find myself, when I have a dedicated amount of time, planning out and actually producing woodworking projects. Like over the summer, I had some natural wood, like logs, that I built into a bench for our backyard, and I'm currently working on a hand carving for my wife for Christmas. So I find myself doing a lot of the things that I do in the classroom as well.
Mr. Rutz, is there anything else that you would like the community to know about you?
I got started in my field by tinkering and just making stuff or tearing things apart. And so I really want to make it known that if your child or if there are any students who would have an interest in doing just that, my room's available. If you want to just come by at lunch and rip some electronics apart, see how it works, or if you want to investigate new programs, I'm all about it, and I'd be happy to let you explore the way I did. Secondly, I'm also looking for a network of professionals. And the reason is I only like teaching when I feel like it is useful and practical. So if I can develop a network of professionals that I can ask about new technology or suggestions for things to include in my classes, all it's going to do is add value to our courses, which will then make the education more substantial for all of our students. So my ask for the community is, if you are in a technical field, a machinist, or something where you design, I would love to hear from you to see if you have any input about what we can further provide to our students.
Mr. Rutz, what is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday has, I don't know, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
I'm boring. I like vanilla. However, Moose Tracks.
Favorite subject in middle school?
In middle school, nothing really stuck out as a favorite class for me.
Favorite tool to use?
So, I have this excellent brush knife. As far as machines let's talk about the wood shop here, I think my favorite is the bandsaw.
And finally, what is your favorite wood to work with?
So, I do like working with more expensive woods like walnut or, mahogany is real good because it's got the fine grain. But I will say, just general favorite, poplar.
Did you know that Mr. Rutz liked tinkering with things on his free time? See you next time.